Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome back to a professional match of StarCraft 2. Now what I've got for you today is a best of 3 series of Zerg versus Terran, where in game number 1 we find ourselves, I think this mineral wall is only on Alcyone, I think that's what the map is called. Spawning right here in the top right hand corner, playing with the red Zerg drones, we have none other than Solar. His opponent in the opposite corner with the blue Terran pieces, he goes by the name of ByuN. I have one caster trivia again. Let's go, Lowko. One day, I will be able to learn all of the maps. Just the blink of an eye, okay? But we're not quite there just yet. It'll take about half a year or so, and by then we'll probably get a new map pool, so we basically rinse and repeat. Alternatively, what I could do is just, you know, check what map name game number 1 is on, and then I could just introduce it in the cast. But that would be... Nah, that's what smart commentators would do. Not me. Certainly not me. Alright. ByuN opening up with the good old double barracks over here on the low ground. This is of course that build that he popularized some time ago. A lot of the top tier Terrans are steering away from it once again. I mean, they're still mixing it in. I would say this is probably the standard build in like, yeah, maybe 1 of 3 top level games. Actually, ooh. Well, this is a different variation of it. This is a little bit less common than 1 of 3 again. This is gonna be a triple rec start. So, back in the day, you used to proxy your barracks on the other side of the map. But I guess these days, Terrans have figured out, you know what? I can still go for a Reaper opener and not actually put any of my structures on the other side. I can just go ahead and build them right over here, which is still a little bit closer to the opponent, compared to at least building them over there. It's, you know, gonna save you a couple seconds. It will still be close enough to put a lot of pressure on the opponent, especially if the Zerg decides to go for a blind triple hatch opener. Now, it looks to me like that is not going to be the case. Normally, if you do pull 2 drones out of gas at 60 gas as Zerg. But in this particular instance, Solar, yeah, gonna just get 100 gas going, starts up the Zergling speed upgrade, and then eventually we will be going for the 3rd hatch. This should be a-okay right here, but of course it comes down all to the micro. And ByuN, he's known as Micro Jackson himself. He's very good when it comes controlling those. When it comes to the controlling of those Reapers. We're already up to 8 links here, by the way, so you must have seen the exact opener that the opponent has gone for, with the exception of the 3rd barracks. And that's what makes this quite tricky for the Zerg. Yeah, the double rec start with 3 Reapers, relatively common. The triple rec start, however, where you continue pumping out 3 Reapers at a time, not nearly as popular. Now, the reason why it's not nearly as popular is because, well, it's not quite as strong. And obviously, you need to micro your units really well. The Reaper is gonna try and sacrifice itself to kill the Queen. Oh my god, somehow, some way. She did end up staying alive. In the meantime, though, the other Reapers, they were also controlled. And they're killing, yeah, a couple of links right now, finally. The main problem right here is that ByuN is on a bit of a timer. So, as soon as the link speed finishes up, it's going to be very difficult for ByuN to really continue dealing damage. And so far, this opener really hasn't been justified. Only just now is when that command center starts up on the other side of the map. And obviously Solar, he's already got his 3rd hatchery now finishing. Lovely little play right over here. Switching out the high HP Reaper with the low HP one, only to continue sniping links. So far, this has been a flawless game right here for ByuN. But for how much longer, right? So, one of these units, okay. Slippery enough, apparently, to slither away for now. Ooh, you gotta be careful, though. You really can't afford losing too many links. If you don't get the full wraparound... This is some lovely Reaper play right here from ByuN, man. He's very good when it comes to controlling Reapers. Like, he's always been good at it. Back in the day, I think this was like 2016. He, well, obviously was very good at the game overall. He was very well-rounded. And I want to make it sound like he won the World Championship based off of his Reaper play. But there's no denying he ended up playing the Reaper cheese quite a bit in the finals. And he was incredibly good at microing it. ByuN, he's always had a knack for just, well, microing these units better than anybody else. Now, eventually, they will die. The real follow-up, though, yeah, is gonna be, well, more units that come out of barracks, but this time around, it's gonna be the Marines. How much damage has ByuN really done at this point in the game, and is it enough to justify the delayed command center on the low ground? It's up to Solar right now, and this is very tricky for the Zerg. It's up to Solar right now to decide how many units he wants to produce, or how many drones he wants to produce, before he goes back to making an army. So preferably, Zerg just holds down the drone button this entire time. We had a little bit of a supply block right there as well, by the way, from the Zerg, which is not quite optimal. He wants to power out as many drones as possible, but he's gonna have to go back to unit production here before it's too late. It's very tricky to decide exactly when that moment is. There's a lot of variety when it comes to the Reaper start, and you can't really just look... Ooh, that's already an army moving out. This is actually... This is a little too early. I agree. He added on a few more drones after seeing this move out. It feels like a bit of a fake right now from ByuN. Because normally this is a sort of push that goes accompanied with a bunch of medevacs. Okay, medevacs are coming up right now. I think ByuN is basically just marching across the map. Just sort of sitting here. Yeah. On the edge of creep, sitting at the watchtower. This is a lovely place just to park your units, by the way, because of the surface area. Links aren't going to be able to get a wrap around. I really like that little move there, right there from ByuN. Just moving across, showing his opponent that he's got a scary army and that he definitely needs to respect him. And in the meantime, Solar's economy is really nothing to write home about. Now, there is going to be an attack here. The problem is that Solar doesn't know if there's like a third command center or anything else along those lines coming here on the back of this. He doesn't have a second overlord. He already lost the first one right over there. So this becomes a bit of a guessing game. Now, will he see those medevacs? No. He did not see those medevacs moving out. And he's droning. Okay, well, that's about the last thing you want to be doing right now as Zerg. How many units does he have? 50 Zerglings versus 28 Marines. 2 Reapers, 2 medevacs, and a siege tank. Okay, Queen's right here, very exposed. I mean, that's still a lot of links. Yeah, the problem is +1 infantry weapons is a really nice upgrade. Especially in combination with Stimpack. There's the second stim being activated already. I think that ByuN is dealing more damage to his own army than so far Solar has. GG is cold. ByuN does it again. He wins a game off of the back of the Reaper. Alrighty, game number 2. We find ourselves on the map Oceanborn. Now, I decided to look it up. What exactly did they change about the Reaper in Legacy of the Void? So apparently, since Legacy of the Void came out, which is like 8 years ago at this point, it's been a while, guys. I remember the release date very fondly, but anyways. Back in early 2017, there were 2 nerfs. So first off, we had the KD8 charge cooldown, which is the grenade that the Reaper can throw. It was increased from 7 seconds to 14 seconds. So back when ByuN won his World Championship title, you could apparently throw the grenade twice as often, which is pretty insane. And then a couple of months later, it apparently still was not enough. The grenade's damage was also reduced from 10 to 5. So imagine grenades that could be thrown twice as often and that would deal twice as much damage. That's basically what ByuN was playing with back in the day, and apparently that was enough to at the very least make the Reaper a little bit more of a niche unit. But are we gonna go for a triple Rex opener once again, ByuN? Are we gonna just do the same build again? So far it's just the double Rex, fair enough. Yep, we are. Oh my god, okay. We are indeed gonna be adding on one more barracks here. ByuN being a little bit of a troll. He definitely is a bit of a jokester. He obviously is well familiar with Solar. I don't really know exactly if these two are good friends, but I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these top-level Koreans, they talk to each other very regularly, and obviously they're well familiar with each other's playstyle because they've been competing against one another for like a decade. There's a good chance that ByuN is having a bit of a moment right here with Solar. So, Solar once again opening up normal. Are we gonna pull any drones out of gas? If he's gonna go ahead and do so, we should see them pulled off at 60. So he's currently at 52, 56, and 60. No, we're not gonna go ahead and do so. It's just too risky. You find yourself in all sorts of trouble if your opponent does decide to go for a triple Rex. Solar is gonna see the timing right here of the command center, and that may already be enough for him to figure out that something is a little bit fishy. Now, what exactly went wrong in the previous game? I don't think it was the Reaper defense, to be honest. Like, the Reaper control was really good, of course, from ByuN, but it was the follow-up, right, that really sealed the deal. So the Reaper opener made it difficult for Solar to figure out what the follow-up from ByuN is going to be, because there are loads of different options available. And then obviously ByuN, he moved out like a minute before the actual attack, making his opponent think that the attack was gonna come. Then Solar saw that he was just gonna park his units on the, you know, watchtower instead, and he decided, okay, I'm gonna go back to droning. And then ultimately ByuN did go for the attack. A little bit of a cheeky one. But Solar just, yeah, had to make some guesses right there because he had very incomplete information. Cheeky little tactic right there from our Terran. Okay, well, here we go again. Yeah, when you see the fourth one joining in, you know for certain that something is not quite right. Every once in a while, we do see like 5 Reapers off of a double Rex opener, but yeah, not from ByuN. Lovely grenades here. You gotta try and mic out his unit so well. And already, oh my god, a queen has died. Zerglings are going down. The other queen may also, end up going down, and that is much better a start than what we saw in game number 1. There's link speed finishing though. I wonder if ByuN maybe overstayed his welcome a little bit. Yeah. Some of those Reapers are gonna end up going down, but obviously getting those queens is really lovely. There's no spot here. This little plant apparently is preventing those jetpacks from being used. That plant over there making it quite annoying, but there's no denying that 2 queens have gone down, and those are expensive tools at this stage in the game. Then again though, I don't really mind this here for Solar all too much. Yeah, especially in this particular spawn location, so there's not a lot of randomness in StarCraft 2, but your spawn location is not something you have any control over, and neither do you have any control over the position where your, well, barracks, factory, and starport add-ons appear. So if ByuN would have spawned in the bottom section of the map, those add-ons, those reactors and tech labs that he was producing right over here, they would have spawned, well, behind the wall. That would have been absolutely amazing for him. Right now he ends up losing quite a bit of stuff, and yeah, Solar is putting on a little bit of additional hurt here, right? Just forcing his opponent to repair. There's only a small amount of units here shooting from behind that wall, so these Zerglings, I mean, they're obviously sacrificing themselves, but they're forcing a lot of those SCVs onto a different job that then they were originally produced for here, so he's just adding on drones here in the meantime at home. Can ByuN once again play a trick on his opponent here? I don't think so. You kind of do need some Reapers to be safe, and obviously there's no watchtower on this map. There's no watchtower with only like, you know, enough Zerglings, or enough space rather for 2 Zerglings to walk side by side. There's really no way that ByuN is going to be able to do a similar move once again, although I say that, there's no way, dude. Nah, that's way too greedy. Alright, this time around Solar is just going to drone on the back of it. We have a couple of Hellions now as well. So rather than having the switcheroo right here with the add-ons and having the starport produce a second medevac, I guess we didn't have the gas for it, and yeah, you had to rebuild a bunch of those add-ons, right? Which gets a bit pricey. He decided to go for some Hellion play here instead. I think this is mostly just because ByuN has to improvise, though. I don't think he originally planned on doing so, but he's now spending some of that additional gas by going for an armory. So the armory allows those Hellions to transform into Hellbats, and I think ultimately we're gonna just go for another, well, essentially a 2-base all-in. Once again, based around the Reaper. Okay. So, here we go. ByuN's boosting. That Zergling has been pushed back, but I think he's already running back, telling the rest of the Zerg Hive cluster that something is not quite right. We do have 1 drone coming up right here for Solar. I don't think that's what he wants to make. Maybe a little bit of greed. I mean, starting up, okay, the lair as well, going into a 4th hatch. Solar is feeling confident. I wonder if confidence, though, is what he needs here. What he really needs is just a lot of stuff. Keep in mind that he doesn't have a good answer other than the queens against those Hellbats. Hellbats can be healed up as well by the medevac, but honestly, the queen numbers here are pretty good, yeah. 8 queens in total. Lynx haven't even really committed yet. They're gonna be showing up eventually. The queens right there. Ooh, okay. Well, they decided to step very far forward. I don't really like that too much, to be honest, from Solar. They decided to step very far forward to try and get that medevac, and well, they did succeed, but that's not gonna come at the cost of a lot of queens. The problem is that on the back it's not like ByuN has another strong follow-up attack. Yeah, and Solar has 63 workers right now versus only 42 from the Terran. Now finally are we gonna add on another command center? Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get punished for that one pretty hard, I think, ByuN. By the time that the 3rd command center will land on the low ground, Solar is gonna have like 4 base fully saturated. Ultimately, all of the queens have gone down here, and a lot of Zerglings, and I guess cost efficiency-wise, it's not been too bad for ByuN. But Zerg is gonna outgrow him very fast here. So every minute right now, roughly 1,200 more resources are coming in right here for the Zerg. And well, previously we were just playing Queens and Lynx. Now we're playing also, well, Banelings into the mix. And if there's one unit really good against Marines, as well as Hellbats, I would give that, of course, to the Baneling. The Baneling is going to be phenomenal in this department. We've got a Hydra Den finished. Okay, we've got some upgrades here finishing up as well. This, at this point, is certainly Solar's game to lose, but it can be done. We're going to go for a Hellbat drop. Yeah. I mean, cute play. You got to get something done, I suppose. ByuN's still, by the way, just pumping out more and more units. Okay. It's important here for Solar that he does not get too carried away. But we're talking 74 workers. I mean, yeah, we do have some mules landed right now, so you can tell that ByuN, you know, once again has a little bit of income. But every minute that goes by right now, Solar is getting further and further ahead. And I don't see how somebody of Solar's caliber is going to give this advantage away. Especially when you don't micro perfectly, there's really no way. GG is cold. ByuN didn't pay attention right there for like 2 seconds, and that's going to be it. Okay, next up, we find ourselves on Hecate, the final map in this best of 3 series. And ByuN, once again, decides to go for a low ground wall. That means we're going to see at least 2 barracks once again. At the very least, I'd be very surprised if it's going to be anything different. I mean, you could go for like a barracks into a factory. But I think if ByuN does it, it has to be at least 2 barracks. In this series, though, I kind of would like to see him go for the same build 3 times in a row with different follow-ups. But maybe a bunch of Reapers to start things off would be a lot of fun once again. Are we going to send a second SCV down to the low ground? You would have to send it right about right now. Yes, we are. Now, before this game goes any further, I just wanted to take a quick moment to let you know that finally we have some new merch in the shop. So if you're interested, you can head on over to www.lowko.shop. You can, for example, go ahead and pick up this mug. It says GLHF GG all around the site, so good luck, have fun, a good game with the subscriber pattern in the background. I think they turned out really cool. There's a bunch of other items as well, so definitely go ahead and have a look. It's an easy way to support the channel. I'll post the link down below in the description of this video. Shout out to me for sponsoring my own channel. Do you have to put a disclaimer when you sponsor your own channel? Probably not. That doesn't really make any sense. Anyhow, we do have a third barracks. It kind of felt like I had to like put hashtag ad at the end of that. Anyways, doesn't really matter. We've got ourselves a third barracks inside of the main right now for ByuN. So ByuN once again is gonna try and get the Reaper nerfed. This man is on a mission. He already got the Reaper nerfed twice. Is he gonna be able to do it a third time? I mean, I don't think so. It's a pretty niche unit. It doesn't necessarily seem too powerful to me, but I do feel like if you play against ByuN though, and you're not, well, of Solar's caliber or better, you're gonna probably be in a lot of trouble, because these are units that can just straight up win the game. Like, how far do you think ByuN can go? Playing literally just triple Rex Reaper into Marine pushes every single game of Terran versus Zerg. I think he can probably climb to at least like 6.3k MMR or so, which is like, I don't know, top 25? He can probably do the same build against the best players in the world and be just fine. I mean, he does decide to do it over here once again during a tournament series. Now, I can imagine that this one is a little tongue-in-cheek. Maybe playing some mind games as well for Solar, of course, because you never know, but there's a chance that they're playing in a very important match next week, and, well, Solar is going to remember the Reapers. That's for sure. All right, now Link Speed, once again, is going to be coming up here very soon. It's going to finish up very soon. We don't have a third hatchery just yet, although I was going to say we have minerals for it now. So, in game 2, I think the Reapers got caught a little too early, right? I don't know if ByuN realized that there was a plant right over there preventing him from jumping into the main base. I wouldn't mind seeing him at play a little bit more carefully. So far, he hasn't done any damage. I mean, he hurt the queen, I guess, for a little bit, yeah. Forced out a ton of links, fair enough. But this is by no means a flying economy right here for the Terran either, right? So it's not like Zerg is super far behind here at this point in the game. What exactly are we gonna do? So we have all these Reapers. Now it becomes a little awkward, right? Now you have 8 Reapers just chasing each other's tails right over here, not really achieving a whole lot. If the Zerglings manage to get a wraparound, these Reapers are dead. Although, okay, the Lynx were thinking at the very least about going across the map. There's no way they're gonna be able to kill the hedge. There's no way. Nah, it takes way too long. Remember back in the early days of StarCraft 2? Way back? They used to throw grenades I mean, they still do that in the campaign and in co-op and all that, right? But, like, they were phenomenal against structures. He's just trying to force the Zerg to make more units. The idea right here is that Solar has more links, and when there's more links available, it means that Zerg will have less drones, right? Because every 2 Zerglings could have been a drone. Ooh, okay. 1 Reaper for 1 Queen. I think that's a pretty good trade. Yeah, these Reapers are slippery. Beyond maneuvering them around, recognizing the timing at which these Zerglings are going to be able to get across. We're going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Oh my god, okay. Wow, that was actually so nice. Zerglings making a little jump for joy right there. Okay. I sort of thought that when the Reapers first went home that they would have a very hard time going back across the map. Keep in mind that on the back of this, it's not just a bunch of, you know, Reapers, right? We're doing an actual attack as well. So while we're microing the Reapers, we're managing everything at home as well. Solar, once again, playing a guessing game. He does have an Overlord over here, but he hasn't been scouting with it. He knows that there's going to be Marines. Okay, once again, Reapers trying to get in, but... Or Zerglings, rather, trying to get in, but the Reapers not quite allowing it. They're now splitting themselves up over here, trying to maybe get a wrap around. That grenade, once again, really good. Is he going to be able to sneak the Reapers out? Oh my god, he is. Oh, that is so dirty. Oh, the way he microed both of those Reapers back. Solar posts a little question mark. I saw this clip posted on the StarCraft 2 subreddit, but I didn't realize that it was part of this match. Solar's like, bro, that was stupid. Why? Okay. All right, well, here comes Jimmy and the rest of the crew marching across. Solar doesn't know. Solar has no idea. He's droning behind it. Solar doesn't even really have Zerglings anymore to see these units coming in. Yeah, upon killing all of these links, that apparently was the trigger right here that ByuN needed to now go across the map. GG immediately gets cold. And it's ByuN with some phenomenal Reaper control who does it once again. He obtains the victory over Solar 2-1.